time is now. We recognize that the need for a green and just transition is an immediate necessity. And that is why the theme of the Hope Forum 2024 is Turning Hope into Action. You have all been invited here today because you have the experience and the influence to sway our pathway towards a green and just transition. Now.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, art is not only the expression of the world as it is, art is the expression of what the world can be. Art is hope, but as Art 2030's Hope Forum reminds us, we must also find ways to transform this hope into action and partnerships for meaningful change. A better world is possible, but we will only get there by working as a human family. I urge the women and men of the global arts sector, keep up your essential work, keep revealing and strengthening the common threads that connect us, and keep helping us move from the world as it is to the world we know it can be.
Giving culture the attention and resources it deserves in international development efforts is a challenging but essential objective, for which we can all play a part. UNESCO calls on you, leading representatives in the cultural artistic sector, to join forces in advocacy and mobilization so that the pivotal role of culture is duly recognized as a transformative force for a more sustainable and equitable future.
We really need to avoid crossing tipping points. We need to stay within the safe planetary boundaries. It's all about prosperity and equity, and the visual arts not only can play, but I would argue must play a fundamental role in helping us painting this journey of a safe and just landing for humanity on a healthy planet.
You need the vision, you need the governance, and of course also you need the strategy. For us, collaboration is key, and I think also collaboration, it's not only inside the same sector, but we have also to work more closely with other sectors.
Imagine this, we all live in a house that needs maintenance in order to be our house for many years onwards. Our house simply needs to be fixed quickly. And indeed it can, especially if we invest in a few good, efficient tools and that we share the tools in a common toolbox. ACCA's vision is to be the common toolbox for the visual arts sector in our transition towards net zero by 2050. To be the resources of resources and network of networks, so we together can steer our industry to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 50% by 2030.
Therefore, that I'm really honored and pleased to announce today that the UN Climate Change is welcoming the art as the visual arts pillar of the Entertainment and Culture for Climate Action Alliance. UN Climate Change is really committed to facilitate and support within its resources and mandates the work undertaken by the Art Charter community and its signatories.
From all corners of the world, linking grassroots to big shoots, we can be united in our actions for the planet. So I ask you to think about how you can be a part of ACCA. You can join us as a community member. You can be an advisor, a funder, a contributor, a team member. There is power in numbers. Please do not stand on the outside. We can be so much more powerful if we link arms, if we act together, whatever our scale, focus or location. There is, to restate the obvious, simply no time to lose.
We are all watching the great impact and the devastating impact that this crisis is having among the most vulnerable and also fragile people, youth, women, and also the people that is earning little or no money.
There is real momentum There is exponential change in energy. There is real conservation of nature around the world. We have a shot at actually delivering the outcome that we really want. And what's more, we have a responsibility at this moment to show up with as much courage and determination and optimism and sense of possibility as we can, because we're still here. And while we're still here and we're still creating change, that positive outcome is still possible.
Wrapping it up, we have a very small window to make impact, but it's here now. We need to lean upon each other as solution providers. We need to tap into collaboration and create partnerships for change. We need to reimagine our common future now. So let's turn hope into action.
The more time you have ahead of your exhibition, of the need of the work, then the more options you have in order to find more sustainable options. Sea freight is one that is not as much as popular as we would hope it would be, but we are pushing with different partners such as Crozier and other key people in the shipping world to find ways to ship property with less impact. Shipping through sea is 80% less than through air.
So I think there's a lot we can do, particularly as living artists, to challenge those systems of power. And then we can do new productions. We can maybe also challenge how you show the works. We can send a mold to produce a sculpture instead of sending many sculptures around. So that's also a way of approaching this.
How do you structure the organization so it's shared responsibility and measurable responsibility also of the other people? And how do you train all of the people inside the organization to understand and feel that even if they do something small, it's important and it's valued?
Sustainability in the end is not more costly, but even it helps, it sustains your financial sustainability. Because if we use reusable crates, that's much more cost efficient than building new crates. If we avoid physical couriers and spend some money in trackers and that kind of digital devices, we save some money. If we consolidate shipments rather than have individual shipments, it saves money.
Top of my agenda is trying to intercept artworks before they get wrapped in plastic. And one of the ways in which we've been doing that is continuing an industry-specific response, is developing a new form of packaging with our art handling team. So it eliminates the need for polythene and for tape, and it's a reusable circular piece of packaging.
There's no barrier from an insurance perspective. It shouldn't be a barrier to doing that, and this is something we are messaging to the insurance market, that there's nothing wrong with sea shipments. The technology's there, the information about it is there.
We have to think about what's our role in this, whether it's as visitors. I mean, visitors actually make up a huge amount of the carbon footprint in the art world, whether it's visitors to the Biennale or it's collectors going to art fairs. So we all have a sort of personal responsibility, but we can make change. Thank you very much, everyone.